Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This reading is a general reading and I am going to do the individual signs. But like I said, I just, needed to change things up. I needed to do things differently. That's just me. And so basically what I was thinking of is, and again, this is not set in stone and it may change next month. Like I can't even guarantee. But the way I feel tarot is best used is for healing purposes. Now, to me, using it for healing purposes can be even more beneficial, in my opinion, than using it for fortune telling, because there's always something within ourselves that needs improvement, or things in our lives that we need to see or be vigilant about. And I think using tarot more as a spiritual tool and as a tool or as a means to bring certain things to light within ourselves, about ourselves, can be such a powerful way to use the tarot, because it really can help us in order to improve ourselves, build our characters, be able to see, maybe the areas of ourselves where we need a bit of help and we need a bit more support. So what I wanted to do is, just for this month, is really to focus more on healing in readings, instead of so much of the fortune telling. Not to say that fortune telling won't come up in the readings. Of course, if you're kind of doing predictions, then there's always kind of a fortune telling aspect to it. But I kind of feel that really what I want to see is more about how each sign can kind of improve themselves in the present right now, versus just focusing on the future and what's going to happen and all that kind of stuff. Um, so let's kind of see what shows up in these healing readings for each sign. And I really feel guided to start with Cancer. I don't know why. I don't know if the Cancers need more of the healing than anything else, but I just feel really guided towards the Cancers, you guys. And I don't know if quite a few of you are going through like some really difficult stuff, but I'm just kind of feeling that you kind of need a really nice energy to wash on you. Maybe to get rid of some kind of crap stuff that doesn't really need to be a part of your energy right now, Cancer. So let's kind of see. And I wanted to use, you guys know I've really been in love with the Deviant Moon Tarot, but today I'm actually going to be using the Animal Wisdom deck, because I just feel like it has a nice kind of healing energy too. So let's just go with that. So your first card is the Bat, which is Master of Suspension, which is the Hangman. So I kind of feel that as we're talking about healing, this card is actually really good for that kind of thing, because it really is telling us what we need to observe about ourselves, what we need to spend time focusing on and doing. The Hangman can be about meditation. It is about maybe even retreating within ourselves. It's about the approach that we take to life, the way we choose to look at life. So is there something in your life right now, Cancer, that you're seeing in a really negative way that really you should be seeing in a positive way? Or is there something in your life that where maybe you're feeling like things are going really fast for you and maybe you just need time to sort of sit and smell the roses? Maybe you haven't given yourself that time to really reflect on certain things in your life. But I kind of see that what this card is saying is that you need to give yourself that time to really be able to breathe and really be able to really take things in more. So this might mean having to seclude yourself for a while, having to be in a space of quiet to get those answers that you need, or the clarity or the understanding that you need. Because what the Hangman is also about is about gaining the wisdom from your inner self. Like just like this bat is like he's using his wings to like cover up himself, almost like cocooning himself. Is like that's kind of what you need to do. It's a protectiveness, but it's also again, it's about solitude. It's about the self. So it's about going within, and it's about the light. Like you see this light kind of coming from around his head. That light is the enlightenment that you receive when you give yourself the time to really spend by yourself, thinking about things can allow you to see things and have those kind of aha moments that you never would have seen otherwise when you were too busy doing things and not really giving yourself that time. So I kind of feel like it's kind of saying that October, a way of really helping yourself is to focus on that kind of thing and that kind of energy. So let's see what your next card is. Your next card is the Seven of Feathers, and you have Magpie, which is so cute. The Seven of Feathers, okay, what is it in the traditional tarot? It will be the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is kind of like, again, it's a bit of a sneaky kind of card, the Seven of Swords. But then it kind of, I feel like this interpretation, it kind of reinforces the message of retreating and what you need to do for yourself, because this also can be a card about keeping secrets and not revealing too much, not giving too much away. And so I think that that kind of aspect of things is also quite important for you in how it's showing up in your cards. I almost feel like it's kind of saying that you'll be happier at this time if you don't reveal too much, or if you don't give too much of yourself away. So that could be happening in different ways. It could be maybe you're trying to be really helpful to other people, and maybe you're giving like other people so much of your time you don't have time for yourself. Or maybe it's a case of you are trying to plan something, trying to do something, and it's the cards are kind of telling you maybe this is the best time for you to keep it to yourself. Maybe other people may not understand, they may not get the concept, there may be a distraction for you almost. And so it's kind of saying that you have to keep these certain things private right now, and maybe when it's a bit more developed or you're ready, then you can go and tell people. Also, it has a key in its mouth, so the key is kind of representing something that you have to something again that can be revealed, like unlocked, that can be obtained. But then it's kind of saying that again it kind of represents a secret too, because obviously a lot of the time we put something away and we lock it if it's precious, if it's important to us in some kind of way, and also to keep others out. So there is this kind of theme going on here about security and keeping things safe and keeping things sound. So it could be kind of saying maybe you even have to be careful of people that's in your circle, people that's around you, or maybe even people that you have in your home in some kind of way as well. So I kind of get this feeling of really having to keep your environment safe and secure in October. Let's see what else shows up for you guys. You have the Six of branches, which would be the Six of Wands, and in this deck is the hummingbird, and the hummingbird is a really nice, beautiful bird. So so is magpies too. But what I kind of see with this card is that it represents success and it represents moving forward. So I kind of feel that some of you guys could be feeling like, again, maybe that's why you can't really reveal everything, because maybe there are some things that can be going really well for you in your life, and maybe again it's just not the time to really say everything or reveal everything. But then at the same time, it's also showing that there's some really good things that can be taking place for you. I'm kind of looking at the numbers that are showing up here as well. You had 2 sevens, and 7 kind of represents spirituality. And again, 7 is about being a bit isolated as well, in order to experience greater depths or levels of spirituality. And so, and then having 6 is kind of like 6 represents the peace and the harmony that comes forth, from that experience. So or again, like you can see how this bird is like going up, like flying upwards. So it's kind of showing that there is this kind of feeling of accelerating or progressing in that kind of sense. So I kind of feel like this could be a good time for you to really receive some really good spiritual downloads, spiritual awakenings at this time as well. It's about a time for, and you have all flying animals, which is another thing that just came to mind. So all these animals fly, so it could be about travel, it could be about seeing new places and going in completely different places for you. But then it also can be about freedom, and it can be about seeing things from a higher level, from obviously when you're on land and you're walking on the land always looks one way, but then have you noticed, like when you're usually in a plane, like it looks completely different because obviously you're very high up. Your perspective is different when you're at different levels. So I kind of feel that there's something about your perspective that's going to be changing, maybe your perspective on life, your outlook on life, your outlook on certain things, that's going to be really changing for you as well. And I think that these changes are really going to be really great changes for you. So I feel like there's a lot of work that you're going to be doing internally that is going to be showing up on the outside, which is going to be improving you, Cancer. So that's really good. Underneath it all, you actually don't have a flying animal, you have the wolf. And this is the nine of fossils, which is the nine of pentacles. The nine of pentacles represents can represent good things in terms of finances and money. It can represent being self-employed, working for yourself, but then it also can be about you saving money as well, in that kind of sense. And it's also a card that represents a sense of independence. So I kind of see in all your cards, you're not really seeing a lot of other people contributing to your life. It's really centered around you this month. So again, with this card representing independence, you might be finding that you're having to do a lot more stuff by yourself. And that could be a good thing, because it could mean that maybe you become more skilled, um maybe better at planning things, better at managing your time, that kind of thing. Or you might be finding that maybe you're getting things done the way you want to because of the fact that you're the one doing it. So it can have a positive aspect to it. And I kind of feel with this card that is it's not independence that comes with a struggle. It's more independence that comes with being able to manage things better. So it is more of a positive feeling of independence or sense of independence, where you're not really asking for other people's assistance either. It's like you're quite confident in yourself and your abilities and what you're trying to do. So in that case, I see you being in October, coming out very strong, or feeling very strong, or very certain of yourself and very certain of your capabilities, which is a really good thing. And I think if you, especially in a work environment, it's a good thing, because it means that other people will look at you and really be like, see your how capable you are. And it might mean that they might give you more responsibilities because they see that you are capable. So in a way, it can have a good side, it can have a bad side to it, depending if you want those responsibilities or not. um but yeah, I think either way is pretty good. So that's your reading, Cancer. Peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye.